It's been a while since we've upcycled some bracelets, and in this video, I have bracelets that have seen better days. Bracelets that are broken, missing components, and some stretch elastic. Let's just say these bracelets need a little love.
Avante jewelry, come and see. Jewelry making inspiration for free.
If you're new to the channel, I'm Vickie. If you're coming back, thank you for that too. As I said in my brief opening, I have some old bracelets that I could have easily donated or discarded. Some of them are my personal bracelets, some I've thrifted, but the fact is they all need some love. Yes, some serious love. A couple of announcements before we get into the video. On Tuesday, June 30th, 2026, coming up in a week, I'm going to be live on YouTube, so mark your calendar for that and join me at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S., June 30th, 6 p.m. If you have any questions for me, it actually would be helpful if you would comment in this video your questions so that I can be prepared to answer them. Sometimes it's a little hard to catch everything in the feed, so share your questions with me now, please. That would really help a lot. Hope to see you there. Are you ready to get started? I've been setting aside bracelets that need a lot of love, a lot of work. You can see that this one is all stretched out. This one is missing the little embellishments here, missing here. This one here is missing a stone. And this one, well, I don't know what this is all about, but it needs some help. And then I have more. Yes, more. I went through my jewelry box. And, well, before I show you this, I want to show you something that's not so pretty. And that's this. This is stretch elastic remnants from bracelets that have fallen apart over the years. Here's what I have left. Lots of beautiful rhinestone, 2-hole spacer beads, lots of them. And I have some other various spacer beads. This is what happens with elastic over time. Now compare this to my bracelets that have survived many years, like this one, and this one with a lobster clasp, another lobster clasp, and a toggle clasp. Survived the test of time. As to the ones that I just showed you that fell apart, well, I bought these. I bought these a very long time ago. And this one I bought too, and it has the cutest little frog charms. So what we're going to do today is upcycle these bracelets and all of these stretch elastic bracelets. As pretty as they all might look, they are all on stretch elastic. Sure, we could donate these bracelets as craft bracelets, craft components, but no, that's not what we do here. We're not going to donate, we're not going to discard, we're going to upcycle. Yes, we're going to upcycle these bracelets and some from my personal jewelry box. I have some broken ones, yes, but I didn't make those bracelets. Oh no, I picked them up over the years. So let's just go ahead and take these apart first. This one has chipstones, faceted around crystal beads, and daisy spacers. I'm going to take these back. Oh, it has a charm too. I'm going to take these back to what it was before. Oop, I just found the knot that's glued. I know what it is. The chipstones are going to be a little more challenging to slide off because they are very tight on the string. I wrote a song for this upcycle, so I will fast forward through taking these bracelets apart and play some of that song for you.
Let's upcycle old bracelets, bracelets that have seen better days. Missing beads and components, elastic on its last stretch anyway. Say goodbye to worn out strands.
Say goodbye to this really old elastic. Better that we upcycle it now than wait for it to break. This is what we have. Doesn't it look beautiful? Bracelets back to beads. But then we have these. Yes, these that really, really need some help as well. So let's just take these apart and see what we have.
Say goodbye to worn out strands, knowing better days are ahead. A fresh new design is waiting. you.
For this component, these are glued in here, and I don't think I can use this one, so too bad.
Take what's good and forget the rest. Turn the ordinary.
This is what we have to work with, and personally, I think it's a lot. I do. We're going to be making a couple of different styles of bracelets today. Yes, we are going to string some on wire, and I like to use 49 strand. That's 0.018. I use a variety of brands for this, and I don't have much left on this spool, but 49 strand, 0.018. And we're also going to make a few memory wire bracelets, because why not? They're pretty much one size fits all. This does come in two sizes. There's what's called a large bracelet or a small bracelet, and I believe I do have both of them available in my Amazon affiliate store, so I'll put a QR code right here for that in case you need some memory wire. But I think for the first bracelet, let's just go ahead and make a real quick and easy memory wire bracelet. I'm not going to be able to use it as easily on these 2-hole components, so I'll set those aside. But maybe we can come up with something from here. So let's go ahead and make sure that we have a coil. You do want memory wire cutters because you could damage your regular cutters, because this is very, very hard steel. I'm going to go with 1.5 rounds. I'll show you here. It's 1.5 loops. I think I'm going to start with my frog bracelet. The reason frogs are so special to me is because our wedding theme was totally in love. And our colors were green and purple. And I think I'm going to need some more beads here. So bear with me as I indulge in making a custom bracelet for myself here. But that's what I encourage you to do in this video, because it's going to be your bracelets, your bead stash that you get into. So yeah, I'm going to make a quick little bracelet here, looking for what else I can use. Well, let's see if I have enough. I do have some of these larger crystals I could use if I need to. Let's go with this, see if we can make a quick bracelet. And I'm going to pick a frog for the front and center. So I'm going to add a little frog charm here. Just use the original jump ring. Why not? Add a yellow bead to each side. And do a purple bead. It's a little pearl. I'm going to work back and forth, going to each side. This is what I have so far. Let's add a silver bead and another frog. Trying to make sure that they're facing the same direction. Oh, nope, I got to turn that around. I want them all facing the same direction.
Turn the ordinary into your best. Strong and wearable, that's what we do. Making something beautiful and new.
This is what we have so far. And as you can see, I'm going to need some more beads. Some of these are just the beads on jump rings, but we can change that. Yes, we can. I need these beads, not as a little dangle, but I actually just need the bead. So what we can do to each one is just take the head pin out so that we can use the bead. I'll just go ahead and do that for these other 3, and I'll be right back. All right, I freed these beads up. I have another frog here. You know what? I think I'm okay with just 3. I don't know though. What would I use it for if I don't use it for this? I put the middle frog in between 2 yellow beads, but I have the rest of them between 2 silver beads. All right, I'm going to make that change real quick and put this between 2 silver beads, and I'll be right back. That's better. It's more consistent. And I think I will add the last frog, and I'm going to put it between 2 silver beads. Might as well use it up because I don't have any more, so it's not like I can make a pair of earrings to go with it. Plus, I already have frog earrings. Yes, I do. I do have frog earrings.
No need to donate, no need to discard. A little imagination goes a long way far.
And I have an odd number of beads left, so I think I'm going to have to just go to some C beads or 6/0s to finish it off. And I think it's time to put a clip on here before I have beads falling off. Try to make sure they're pretty well evened up. And I have some 6/0s in check glass, metallic silver lined. I think these will work fine. I'm just going to finish off each side with these.
Upcycled old bracelets, let your creativity shine. A fresh new design, uniquely yours. one of a kind.
Instead of finishing with the 6/0, I'm going to finish with a round bead, small round bead, and you need about 3/8 of an inch to make your loop, at least, maybe a little more. You can use your round nose pliers and you can make your wire flush and make your loop to the outside or to the inside, whichever you prefer. But I have a little looping tool and I like to use the smallest one, and the wire is flush and I'm going to roll that back to the outside. I love this looping tool. Oh my gosh. Now, I may not have gotten it too straight here, but I can take this and twist it just a little bit. So let's finish off the other side with the 6/0s, and then I'll show it to you. Okay, I think I'm to a stopping point. I'm going to add my round bead. If you hear something in the background, it's raining outside. A lot of rain lately, which is good. Oh my gosh, we have it. Let me get this cleaned up. My frog bracelet is back. Oh my gosh, I have it back. And I think it's cuter than it was before, to tell you the truth. Finished off with the 6/0s. Oh my gosh. So there you go. The easiest bracelet you can make when you're upcycling your old or broken bracelets is a memory wire bracelet. And you can even attach little charms like I did here. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to wear it. Bracelet number 1 is done. I have my little frogs back. I'm going to share with you some photos from our wedding. Just a couple of photos. My little memory bracelet with the little frogs is wearable once again because you know they represent totally in love. Let's take a look at these. Oh my gosh, what do we have here? Well, some of these I can't use because they're missing components and I don't trust now that they won't fall out, so I'm going to eliminate those, set those aside. And these are meant for 2-hole, so 2 strands of wire. And we have these spacer bars that we can put in between. It didn't have these beads in it, these oblong beads, so maybe we can work those in. And it didn't have the crystals in it either. It didn't have any of these components in it. But I think we can work these in somehow. Is there anything that we can use from here? We have these oblong barrel beads that are similar shape. Not sure how many. Find out here. Not a whole lot. We have 5 of those. And are they the same length as this bead? Not quite. And then I have these 2-hole spacers with crystals in them, a couple of different shapes. Maybe we can, instead of putting one of those, maybe we can put one of these. We have square ones too, and clear. A few different things we could work with here. I know you'll have different components from what I have, and that's what it's all about. You'll have unique bracelets to start with and unique bracelets when you're done. Let me think on this just for a minute. Well, let's just play here again. Let's see what happens if I put 2 of these and 2 here and 2 here. I'm about to run out. No, I've got a few more here. 2 there, 2 here. Gosh, that almost looks like it would be long enough for about a 7 1/4, 7.5 inch bracelet. And if I go with clear AB, I guess it is, don't have to worry about the color, the purple, limiting the bracelet to what it can be worn with. I do like these. They're a maybe. I think I'm going to need to bring in some seed beads on each end of these little aqua barrel beads because I think it's going to need it before it butts up against the components. So let's go ahead and do a 2-strand bracelet. As I said, I like to use 49-strand wire, and this might evolve a little bit. It may not end up exactly as I'm showing it here. We'll see. But I need some room. Since it's 2-strand and I'm going for about 7 1/4, and I want to add a few inches onto that, I'm going to start with 10 inches and then another 10, so 20 inches. That's what I'm starting with. We need a clasp. I have a lobster clasp and it works, and it has a little jump ring on it. So let's go ahead and just put our wire through here. Bring the ends together and slide a little crimp bead on here. I'm going to use a small crimp bead, 1.3 millimeter, and I'm just going to go ahead and again bring the ends together. I thought it would be easier to do this than have 2 separate cut pieces of wire. Just push this down, just double checking it again, and we're just going to flatten the crimp bead with the 2 pieces of wire It's good. Let's get a bead mat here because it will be easier to pick up the seed beads.
With some bead string and wire, a clasp of your choice, a few crimp beads and tools nearby.
I think this bracelet is just going to evolve. I'm not locked into anything right now, other than I'm going to pick up a seed bead on each wire, let that drop down, and go through one of these aqua tubular beads, which are just plastic, by the way. I want to see how they're going to come together here. Do you see how I almost need something else here? Because it might make it difficult to come back in. Yeah, I kind of need another bead there, little starter bead. I've got these little round beads. These are 3mm, something a little bit larger than the seed bead. And then pick up the seed bead. I don't know if it's going to make a lot of difference yet, adding that round bead, but I'm going to try it and then pick up another seed bead. We'll know in just a minute here if it's going to go through the first spacer bead okay. This is what I have so far. Let's go through this spacer bead.
Use your inspiration. Use your voice. See what speaks to you today. Follow where the colors lead. Mix and match the beads.
I wear this color a lot, a whole lot, and especially in the summertime. So this is what we have so far. I'm liking that. Let's see about introducing one of these because I have more of these. So let's see about introducing little rhinestone spacer bead. I'm planning on only putting 3 of these into the bracelet. Put some of these over here. Looking pretty. And you could do 1 strand at a time. You most certainly can do that.
And match the beads and findings. Create exactly what you need. The next design.
I figure this is under the wrist, trying to put the prettier beads on top. Let's go ahead and start introducing this bead. The only thing I'm concerned about is whether or not this is going to fall right on the side of the wrist. I think I'm going to be a little bit too big. Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit too big. So do I really need this here? And I guess it's going to fall a little bit on the side, but not too bad. I think I have to take this out. You'll know too, as you're making it, you'll have to adjust. So I'm going to go ahead and go right into this. So I really do want 3 of these. Just make sure. See, I have it upside down. Make sure it's not upside down. Yeah, don't do what I did. If the pattern here is facing up, the pattern here needs to be facing up. But this is what we have. I have a few more to go. So I'll just play some music for you and show this to you from time to time while I finish stringing this.
The next design is waiting there to be imagined by you. Take what's good and forget the rest. Turn the ordinary into your best. Strong and wearable, that's what we do. Making something beautiful and new. No need to donate, no need to discard.
Here we go. And I'm loving it. Oh my gosh. How are we going to be on fit? Oh my gosh, I think it's going to be just right. Need to add a jump ring. Could always add a little bit of extension chain. Just checking to make sure I have all my seed beads in here. Yes, I love this. Now I'm going to bring these back together through a crimp bead. The reason I use 1.3mm crimp beads is because I know that I can get 4 strands of wire through these, 2 to 4 strands. Because what we need to do now is add a jump ring, and I have a closed jump ring, meaning it's not cut, it's just closed, and I'm going to come back down through my crimp bead. See how I'm able to get 2 more wires through there? 1.3mm. If you can't get 4 wires through there, then you could be out of luck sometimes. Switch hands here. And I'm going to use my chain nose pliers because they're tapered. I'm going to work this through, pulling on the end that I can pull on to tighten this up. Still want some flex, and then pull on each individual strand, one at a time. You know, a lot of times you only see me working with 1 strand. going through here, but this time it's a little different, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get through any of my other beads here. I can try to get through one of the silver beads that I put on the end. Yes, I can get through that one. That means I should be able to get through this one. Yep. Oh, I had it, and then I accidentally pulled back on it. Okay, got it. The only reason I'm doing this is to hide away a little bit the tail. Instead of cutting it off right at the ring, I can trim it off on the other side of that first bead, just tightening things up a little bit. It's going to be a little gap here, just a little bit. I'm going to flatten that, check it. It's not going anywhere. Let's try the bracelet on before I completely give into it. That's a really good fit. I can get one finger through there. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this bracelet. Who knew, right? I mean, I guess I did buy it at some point. But this one was a thrifted one. This one here was thrifted. I didn't have that in my jewelry stash. Let me get my clippers. You can use scissors or clippers, whatever you like. I feel like the clippers get down in here a lot easier sometimes. And we have our second bracelet done. I am so glad I'm doing this, you know? I have all these bracelets that, just needed some love. I'm happy with this one. I'm going to try it on one more time. Oh yeah, this one's a keeper. I'm going to ask you to vote. What do you think? Is it a keeper? Bracelet number 2. Is this something that you would do? I love it. And since I wear this color all the time, well, yeah, it's a keeper. If you're new to the channel, you may not know that I always invite you to vote for your favorite or favorites from the video, meaning near the end of the video, I'll show nice photos of everything that we made and invite you to vote for your favorite or favorites. I'll number them. We have these pieces here. They already have a curve shape to them. Maybe we can do something with these, and maybe we can work in some of these beads. Finding the largest ones that I can in here. Then I have these round beads, faceted beads. I guess I have some rondelles and some rounds. These components are going to take up most of the length, so we really don't need a lot of beads. I think I'm going to just start with this and then see how far we get and what we need to do from there. We're going to use some more 49 strand wire. I'm going to start with 10 inches, maybe 10 and a half. Give myself a little extra this time. Basically, know your wrist size and add 3 to 4 inches. Let's start with the longer tubular component. And, you know, we could put some smaller beads up against each end of that. This is a fairly large hole. Can I work in some of these? These are glass beads. And then crystal, and then 2 different colors. Going to be a multicolor. Bear with me here. I'm just playing to see what it looks like. I don't think we'll need 4 of these anymore. I think 3 will be enough.
A little imagination goes a long way far. Upcycled old bracelets, let your creativity shine. A fresh new design.
Oops, why do I have 2 on there? I don't know how I did that. Didn't even see it. And then maybe a purple, and then a blue, and then maybe aqua, then the crystal, then the aqua. I mean, we're up there pretty far now on the size. Supposed to have a little blue one here, little aqua. See what I mean? How probably only need 3 of these. Yeah, it's at 7 1/4 right now before we add a clasp. I would have liked to have had this larger rondelle centered up between some of the beads. I can't say that I like the 2 here together. I think I'd rather just have the 1. So I'm going to go back off camera here and I'll just take out this clear crystal. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll be right back. Okay, this is what we have now. I think that looks a lot better. Now it's probably way too short. And by the way, these do have some wear on them. I can see the copper finish underneath. Just adds a little bit of character, right? This is for demonstration purposes, and I'll probably keep these anyway. We'll see here. It's at 6, so it definitely needs to be longer. But if I were to add this in, I would end up making it a lot bigger than what I want it to be. So I just need some finishing beads on here. 6. I could do those 6/0s like I used earlier. I could. Or I could finish off with maybe some of these little barrel beads. What's this do for it? Still has that character of all the texture. That's 6.5, but I still like the idea of this. I do. So let's add another one. Look at that. It's right where we need it. Just wanted to pop in here and say that as I was making this bracelet, I changed some things, but I still want to show you how I attach the toggle clasp. So I'm going to show that to you, and then I'm going to jump ahead a little bit and tell you about the change that I made. I have this round bead at the end. It's probably 4 millimeter. Picking up the crimp bead, going through the loop on the toggle clasp, and back down through the crimp bead. And we'll run it through at least one bead here, if not all of them. Just going to flatten that. Check it. It's good. Let's push the beads down. Tuck the wire in. Where'd that other crimp bead go? Oh, there it is. So easy to lose. And let's add this little toggle bar and go through the crimp bead and at least one bead. I could probably go through a few beads, maybe both of these since I have enough. Tighten that up. And you know what? This feels way too big. It's not too late for me to fix it. I should have tried it on sooner, tried to hold it up to me. What is that change? Well, I made it a little too long. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, had I had that foresight. I just didn't have it today. After playing around with this for a little bit, I realized that I didn't need any of those barrel beads. At least I don't think so. I'm going to try it one more time before I call it. And, you know, toggle clasps are a little more challenging. A little more challenging to put on than a lobster clasp. They still can be pretty. I haven't crimped that last crimp bead yet, so one last call. All right, got it. And eliminated these completely. So just have to crimp that last crimp bead. I did weave the wire through several beads, and just going to allow a little bit of flexibility here. Just going to tighten that up just a little bit. Push the crimp bead down just a little bit so I have a little flex here, and then smash it, flatten it, check it. It's good. Get as close as you can and cut off that excess wire. And we have our third bracelet. Of course, these curve, so you have to have it lined up with the curvature of your wrist. Bracelet number 3. There we go. Using 3 of these, not 4. I changed bracelet number 3 quite a bit as I was making it, but here we go. Just 3 of those curved components and a few beads. That's all it took. I could have easily tossed this, but no, we upcycled it. Shall we make another one? Sure we should. But before we do that, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, and if you're enjoying it, I appreciate a like. And after the video is over, remember to comment for your favorite bracelets that we made today. I took a little break and went through these beads here, and I pulled out these large glass beads. They're really pretty, and I found these little star spacer beads. Aren't those cool? I thought, you know what, we might be able to do something with those. And I pulled out these spacer beads too. Not as fancy, but you know, I might work them in somehow. And then I have these faceted round beads in clear. So I'm hoping to really work with these star spacer beads and not a whole lot else. I'm hoping I can just make something with what I have here. So let's start out with some bead stringing wire. Start out with 10 inches. Just going to put a clip on one end. And I'm going to start with one of my small round beads. These are 3 millimeter. I had just enough of these faceted round crystal beads to put one on either side. So I'm going to see if I can make these little star spacers, starburst, I guess. See if I can make it work on either side of these. They're really different. It's not something that I come across very often. A little bit larger than my typical spacer bead. But let's just see what happens if I put all of these together. If it's too short, well, I will add some more beads.
A fresh new design, uniquely yours. One of a kind. Make it colorful and bright, or subtle and refined.
Obviously, that's too short for a bracelet. My goodness. We only have 4.5 inches. I guess I don't have this final bead on here, this round bead. But you'd have to have a pretty tiny wrist. Yeah. That's not going to work. That's about 5 inches. We need to add about 2.25 inches or so. So how can we do that? I mean, yes, I have lots of beads that we could probably work in, but maybe we can do it another way as well. Maybe since I have so many of these, what would happen if we stacked three of these? Three of these on either side. I just wonder how much length we could add, and then maybe we can use some other finishing beads at the end. Let's do that. I'm going to take everything off of here and restring this with three of these in between and see what it looks like and check the length.
Make it colorful and bright, or subtle and refined. A statement bracelet, bold and loud, or casual by design. Make bracelets for your friends. Make bracelets as gifts.
How much did we gain? Where are we now? We are at 5.5. Well, we need more than that. So let's think about this. What else can we do to make this a little bit longer? We're limited on how many beads we have to work with, and yet we want to extend this. So how can we do that if all we have to work with, if we don't have any more of those beads? We do have some more of these left. How can we extend this? Let's double check that again. We're at 5.5. We have a ways to go. What if we were to try adding a round bead on each side of the clear faceted round bead? What if we tried that? We won't know if we don't try, right?
Bracelets as gifts. Give away a little something. A handmade spirit that uplifts. The next design is waiting there to be imagined by you.
I'm hearing myself as a kid saying to my mom and dad from the back seat of the car, "Are we there yet?" Oh my gosh. That little change, plus I added a larger round bead here. We are at 7 inches. I do believe that all we need to do is add a clasp and we'll be fine. Looking pretty good. Yep, let's find a clasp. We'll need a couple of crimp beads. Again, 1.3. That's the inside hole. I have a lobster clasp. It works, and it's on a little jump ring. So it doesn't matter which end I put this on, but I do need to pick up one of the crimp beads and go through the jump ring on the lobster clasp. This is a split jump ring, so I'm going to wire this through the opposite side of the cut in the jump ring. That's what I'm doing here. Going through the crimp bead and maybe a couple more beads here. Get a hold of this and just push the beads down. Push the crimp bead down and the few beads and allow a little bit of flexibility here and flatten that. Check it. It's good. Let's just slide it through the beads. Push the beads down. Let's pick up the crimp bead. And this is a closed jump ring, meaning there's no cut or split in the jump ring. Let's go through a couple of beads. Let's just go through the silver ones this time using my chain nose pliers. Before I finish this off, I'm going to try it on and see. A pretty good fit. I could have gone a little smaller. I probably didn't need the extra bead here. That would have shortened it up. If I had wired in the lobster clasp, that would have shortened it up. Is there anything I can do at this time without restringing it? Or I could sell this one. I could. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll sell this one. Let's do that. And I'll tell you what size it is when I'm done. Just going to go with it, tighten this up a little bit, but at the same time have some flexibility to it and flatten this. Not going anywhere. Trim it off. Cut the wire. Let's find out what the finished size actually is without an extension chain. Well, you know, it says 7.25, which is kind of funny because that's typically what I wear, but it feels a little bit loose. But 7.25, plus I can always add an extension chain. So what do you think? The takeaway that I wanted for you in this one is how you can make the bracelet a little bit longer by just doing a few things. Adding extra spacer beads, adding some round beads. You know, I didn't have anything else that I really wanted to incorporate into it. I just didn't want to use any of these. And these are 2-hole. Bracelet number 4 only took a few beads, a few beautiful glass beads in various colors. Love it, and I hope you do take away the idea of just stacking spacer beads and adding some small round beads when you need to make that bracelet just a little bit longer and you don't want to add any more focal point beads. So that's the takeaway on this one. One more bracelet to go, and this one's a little wild, little crazy, little out there. Why is that, you ask? Well, I know I'm not the only one that has bead soup. And since I took all of these bracelets apart, well, I have a lot of bead soup to use up. So we're going to make a bead soup memory bracelet. That's why it's a little bit out there. I have my memory wire cutters, and we're just going to do 1.5 loops just because it's a nice fit. Remember, have some memory wire cutters. I was thinking maybe we could make a random beaded bracelet. Not going to use those spacer beads anymore. And these are 2 holes, so I'm not going to use those. Let's just dump these out. Let's just do it. Since it's going to be random, I'm going to go ahead and put on here a small round finishing bead for the end and a clip. These are alligator clips, and I have a link for these in my Amazon affiliate store. Again, I'll put it up here in the corner if you need any tools or supplies. This is going to be a bead soup bracelet when you have just some odds and ends left over and you're not sure what to do with them. Well, just dump them all together and make some bead soup if it's not already dumped together, and see what you can come up with. Are you ready? Got our round bead, got our clip on here. Let's just go for it. No rhyme or reason. And I'll play some music for you while I make this crazy bracelet. Some of these have wire and little loops. I'm going to set those aside because who knows, we might throw those in here and there. Why not?
Made from broken nothing that you turned into something, upcycled into a new design by you, created from your heart and mind. Every bead has a story, every bracelet has a chance to become a brand new treasure with a second song and dance. Take what's good and forget the rest. Turn the ordinary into your best. Strong and wearable, that's what we do. Making something beautiful and new.
Let's take a close look at what we made today. I'll number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and be sure to vote in your comment for your favorite or favorites. And I'll see you on the other side.
How many bracelets will you make? That's completely up to you. Have fun, my friend, in everything you do. 1 bracelet, 2 bracelets, maybe quite a few. The next design is waiting there to be imagined by you. Upcycle old bracelets, give old treasures a new view. Have fun, my friend.
So what do you think? Do you have some bracelets in your jewelry box or jewelry stash that need a little love? Keep in mind that when they're done, they won't need any love other than you'll love to wear them. Be sure to leave a comment, vote for your favorite or favorites, and remember to mark your calendar for June 30th at 6 p.m. when I'll be live, and you'll need to be subscribed to watch it. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm Vicki, and I'll see you in the next video.
The next design is waiting there to be imagined by you. Upcycle old bracelets, give old treasures a new